Hey you guys, I wanted to do a one pot wonder really quick. I actually just got home. My son is at baseball practice. It's 5:47 and I've got to be there to pick him up once they're done about 6:30. Sometimes they're in like at 6:45. So I haven't even taken off my clothes. I just got in the door. I ran to Publix. I got some shallots, onions, and bell peppers, which you will see. I'm gonna throw them in this Dutch pot. I got some stock so that I can saute that down with some Italian sausages and throw my uncooked noodles down into the red sauce with the stock. The stock is going to help cook the noodles all in one pot. So I've already cut up. I don't know if I could change this. Let me see. Maybe not. Okay, so I've already cut up my veggies. I just wanted to do something really quick and show you guys that it's possible to get a good meal quickly on the table by the time. So I got a little time. I'm finna make it do what it do, and I'll show you how I put it all together. So stay tuned. Thank you guys for watching. So you guys, as you can see here, I started with some olive oil. I actually got that olive oil from Publix. It was a 2-for-1. So started in the bottom of your pan, and you're going to add your onions and your bell peppers and your shallots. Now you can wait to add them afterwards, and I'm going to show you what I did because I noticed my veggies were cooking a little bit too much. So I ended up taking them out the pan, but you can throw all of them in on your olive oil. If you want your veggies really soft, you can cook them through the whole entire process. Here you can see these are the sausages. I just pulled the meat out of the casing, the sausage out of the casing, and formed like semi balls. It don't have to be a perfect ball, a perfect shape. Just, get the meat out and form them how you like them. You just want to clump some meat together. I got really good by the fourth one where I could just squeeze it and the balls were like already formed. As you can see here, if the ball was too big, I would split it and make it, just more manageable while eating. So that was the thought in mind. I had taken most of the veggies out of the pan while cooking my meat because I wanted them to stay kind of firm. And here you can see me adding the tomato paste, and it's a concentrated. Those in the tube are much more concentrated than when you get in the can, and I like using those. It just has a more intense and rich flavor of the tomato. And at this point here, I just went and got some garlic out of the refrigerator. I didn't feel like cutting up some fresh garlic. So as you can see here, I just dumped some out of the little jar. It actually worked fine. I prefer fresh garlic, but when you're in a pinch and you're trying to get done, this just worked perfect. So here you'll see me just really sauteing the things down, and things pretty much move really quickly at this point because the bottom of my pan had gotten a nice char. Those flavors had intensified. So now it's time for me to pour over the sauce. I said in the video, I'm not sure if you can hear me, but use any sauce you like, okay? It ain't a big deal. Use whatever sauce you like, whatever you got on hand. I actually picked that up from Publix, but I had some tomato sauce in the cabinet I could have used. So use whatever sauce you like. And you'll see the sauce is going to start picking up those bits from the bottom of the pan. And that's going to enrich your flavor. You see here now, I just poured my veggies back into the sauce. So now they can finish, out with the sauce. The next thing you want to do is grab your chicken broth, chicken stock, whatever stock you have. And I contemplated on using some bouillon, but I just found the stock better because you need that looser liquid with not such an intense flavor to cook your noodles. So here you can see me poured it in my jar just to make sure I got all of my sauce out of my jar. You're going to pour that down over in your pot and put the rest of your chicken stock. Use the full carton. You're going to need all of that liquid because that's going to help cook your noodles. At this point, I'm just stirring things up, making sure everything's incorporated. And from there, it starts to get a little simmer. I'm going to pour my noodles right over into that pan, over into your pot. That liquid, that excess liquid, is what is going to cook your noodles to perfection. And they're going to soak up all of that flavor that you have imparted into this dish. At this point, once you've gotten your noodles in, it's time to add your seasoning. So I just started with some simple seasoning. You add what you like. So I use black pepper, some celery seed to kind of kick it up that flavor. I use some of that complete seasoning by Saison, as well as some garlic powder, and I use some onion powder. Off camera, I actually added a little bit of salt, a pinch of sugar, and a splash of just regular vinegar. I added those three things off camera. So here you can see me, and you don't have to do that. You can see me, I cut the rind off of a Parmesan wheel or wedge that I had, and I put that down in my sauce to cook with it as it was finishing up cooking those noodles. That rind will impart into your sauce, and it will add to the flavor of the sauce. And from there, to finish it, I didn't have mascarpone cheese. The recipe calls for mascarpone. The next best thing is cream cheese. So I took that cream cheese and I sliced it, put it over in there, and let it meld down with that sauce. And y'all, when I tell you it was time to plate and eat dinner, it was done. A done deal, all in one pot. And as you can see here, it was absolutely delicious. My son did some toast rounds that went with the dish. And when I tell you, it was a quick, easy, delicious meal for the family. So try it out. Let me know if you like it. Thank you so much for watching.